Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And strap yourself in. This is going to be a long one today. We haven't sold a lot of items. We sold a lot of good, interesting items this past week. So take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right. So we're looking at quality, not quantity.
No, I'm looking at...
Oh.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, I'm looking at the original vintage The Smiths poster.
Oh.
What difference does it make? Picked this up from a customer. He keeps bringing me in, like, rock posters and ephemera, rock ephemera and stuff. So I end up getting $100 out of this one. Not in great shape, but super rare, and he was super happy to get it.
Now, the Smiths, that had Morrissey, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Believe it or not, random neighborhood kid, and I have no idea at all how he knows the song. He sings some Morrissey song, which is like 20 years before he should be singing songs.
Oh, really?
And it's some song about, I had a job and I was miserable, and I got a job and I'm miserable. And I said, what a happy song that is.
Great
Shiny,
song.
happy people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. All right, so yeah, $100. See anything like that out there, grab it. It's very oddball, unique. And
Now, that was sent to record stores? Probably.
I would believe so, yeah. I don't think it's for a concert, no. All right. Wow, what do we have here? A Victorian trade card. These things are hot as pistols right now. 1880s Merchants Gargling Monkey. Darwin's Grandpapa. $54. They bought it for full price. They didn't even make an offer. That's how rare it is. They just wanted it. They didn't even care. Look, what do you think about that?
Okay, what else do we have up today?
Moving on. History of the Second World War, issues 1 through 27 lot. It's missing issue 96, it looks like. I got the full price on this one.
Now, this is a magazine out there. It was issued weekly, I believe, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
English? Was
Yes.
this the English one? Yep.
Yes, yep.
In England, these are actually out there regularly. Maybe there was a offer to send them over to America or something like that.
Yeah.
You can find these out there. If you've got the time and the space, pick them up when you see them, and you can end up building your own sets because you can find these quite regularly out there. And you're not going to pay $1 an issue. You're going to pay less than that because nobody really wants issue number 62. They just don't all by itself. Yeah. I know somebody that wants issue number 96 though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But you can build this and you can build your own set and it makes some pretty good money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you break it down, it was only $1 something an issue, so you can't beat it. But in bulk, I still got $150 out of it.
Yep.
It's football season, and Tom Brady's still the GOAT. Unfortunately, he just lost, but this card won. It's a 2002 Upper Deck SP Authentic Signal Collar, numbered out of 2000, and it went for $210.
So it's not even that rare of a card.
No, exactly. But anything numbered nowadays is considered rare, unique. The number's different. There's all certain numbers they want to collect.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
On that, I would think number 1 would be worth more. Number 2000 would be worth more. Would number 12 be worth more?
12 would probably be worth the most.
Really?
Yeah, 1 or 12, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
Definitely, yeah. All right, next up, this finally sold. This infamous trophy, Houston Astros original scandal season 2017.
Yeah, no, the biggest scandal was we did not win the Primetime Treasure Hunter.
That's what I'm thinking. This is the infamous trophy that Primetime's fans snubbed us. That's what I was trying to say, but, Big Mouth Strikes Again, which is a song by the Smiths. Moving on. Moving on.
It's all tied together this episode.
DC Universe Justice League Unlimited. You get Toyman, which is an exclusive, Firefly and Dr. Destiny, and I think I got a little under $300 on this one.
Can I make a suggestion?
I didn't list it, but sure.
I know I've mentioned to you before, you do need to mention to your
The
lister.
zoom in. No?
That, but no commas.
Yes, we have to have a talk with all these
Talk
guys.
with the listers, because they're wasting character space with the commas. Not that there's anybody else they could have put in
This lister I
there.
did not tell, but I'm going to tell all the listers tomorrow.
Nice. That makes up for my Big Mouth Strikes Again.
All right. Do I have more of this stuff coming out?
You do.
I do. 2003-2004 Topps Chrome NBA basketball set, 165 cards. It's missing LeBron James rookie and Dwayne Wade rookie. However, still sold for $350.
There must be some other stars in there.
Chris Bosh, I think, is the next biggest one. Who else have we got here?
Oh, yeah, and
Carmelo Anthony, yep. So, yeah.
And as we've noted before, always good in these kind of sets, put the star card up front, unless it's a factory seal, of course. Put the star card up front so that way people know it's in there, and then they can't say that wasn't in there.
Yeah.
Well, they can, but you've actually got some proof that you did at least have the card.
Right, exactly. I think you're up.
Am I? I don't think so.
With a lot more than me.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
I know what that is.
Seneca Composition Book 782, 1900s, unused, 72 pages. Name and little dirt on cover. Piece missing on front and back cover. 2 pages have a little dirt. This literally is an empty notebook.
Nothing wrong with that.
$24 out of an empty notebook. You can find these things out there. They'll be in old estates. A lot of times they'll have a little bit of writing in them because somebody will use them as a school notebook. People do collect them, though. Estate sales are the place you're going to end up finding things like this. And, attics, that kind of stuff. They're going to charge you $1 at most for it. And if there's a pile of them, make the pile together and go, how much for this old paper? Yeah. And you can get it cheap. And they do sell. People do collect them. So hopefully you're able to find them as well. Next item, American Bureau of Chiropractic letter, July 1927, William Werner Medicine.
Oh, wow.
And it's sold for $44. And it's the envelope and the letter. Come to find out that William Werner was a big, and this is where I go down the rabbit hole. He was a big proponent of chiropractics and was pushing to make them be respected by the medical establishment. And this bureau, and don't quote me on this, you can look it up, but it was started in I'm going to say April of 1927, something like that. So it was recently started when this letter was put out, and it was sent to a local doctor basically trying to get him on board that, hey, chiropractic isn't quack medicine.
Nice.
So I kind of, as soon as I saw it and I did a little bit of research, and that's a case where research pays off. Had I not known that, I would not have listed it at $48. But I said, this is very, very early in the, somebody who's into chiropractics is going to want this because it's very early in the history.
Nice.
So that's one time when my excessive obsessive paid off. Next item, Young Catholic Messenger magazine, October 25th, 1954, Walt Disney. And I actually showed this to Mr. Magazine when he came over one day. I bought a pile of these, and I paid basically nothing for the entire pile. And the rest of the pile I've not done anything with. I got $28 out of this. I think I paid $1 for the pile. Yeah. This is one of those occasions where you actually are better off buying all than pulling one item out. Because if I had pulled this item out and brought it to the person, they might have said, oh, that's Disney, give me $5.
Right.
Versus I could get the whole pile for essentially nothing because they look at it and they go, oh, that's just a junky magazine. Get it out of here.
Yeah, right.
Same thing, comics, cards, things like that. If you see one really good item in there, if they're willing to deal, buy the whole pile. Don't pull the one item out to catch their eye because they may either not want to sell or they may want to charge you a higher price.
Why he looks so upset?
Well, this was on the community post of our YouTube, and I said he was the general giving final battle plans, but watch out because the enemy is a bunch of wascally wabbits.
Exactly.
Next item.
I don't know what Disney's doing with Looney Tunes, but it's a good mix.
Well, he's fighting. He's fighting against them.
Gotcha.
Get it?
Right,
Disney characters are fighting the Warner Brothers characters?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
The blue and the gray.
Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra of New York ad sheet, 1953, Bruno Walter. Took an offer of $20 on it. Guess where this came from?
Bruno Walter's estate.
Just like last week, it was inside of a playbill.
Nice.
This would be what you call free. And so I was happy to take $20 out of something or other that I got free. When you buy the playbills, check through things like this are in there. It's worth more than a playbill, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Is.
Next item I have up, I brought you one of these before, and this was in a haul video, Arts Magazine. This is the second Arts Magazine I sold. I don't know if you remember last BOLO video or not.
Yeah.
I sold one missing the back cover.
Yeah, Yogi Bear would say, deja vu all over again, but go ahead.
Didn't he say, I'm smarter than the average bearer? Anyway, this was $32. I've not sold the one that I thought I would, which had the Salvador Dali interview. I trumpeted that one on my haul video. That's still not sold. The other two have sold. Just goes to show that when you're out there and you have the opportunity to buy a lot, buy a lot. Because, again, had the guy had $5 each, I would have just bought the Salvador Dali, and I'd still be sitting on that one.
Yeah.
I've sold two other ones that I didn't expect to sell. You never know.
Yeah.
Palmyra, New York Courier, November 10th, 1920, Gloria Swanson, American Legion Red Cross. Somebody's alarm is going off. That's wonderful.
I thought a truck was backing up. Maybe W.B. Mason with banker boxes?
There you go. I brought this one up primarily because the person made me an offer on it of $10.
Wow.
I turned the offer down.
Rightly so.
They paid $32. They paid full price on it. So I don't know. Next item up, and I'm going to try talking over that and figure out what's going on. We're almost done. Punch Weekly Magazine, May 7th, 1986, Rolling Stones, Keith Richard. Now, had I listed it as Keith Richards, it might have sold a little bit faster.
Could, yeah.
This came from Springfield. We showed it in the haul video from Springfield. Paid $1 for it, and ended up selling for $28. The only problem with the Punch magazine, he was not featured in it at all. He was just on the cover, which could be a problem, but I do put up the table of contents so people can see it. Hopefully the house isn't burning down.
Yeah, look
Good content.
Look at the complexion back then. Nice.
Yeah.
Unless it's photoshopped. Moving on.
Hi Hatton, the cop, which I don't know what that means, but it sold. 1933 Rochester Democrat and Chronicle calendar, New York Police. I asked $60 on it, took a $40 offer because it had been sitting up there for 2 years. But I thought it was kind of a nice thing out there. I really don't do calendars, but it had a full pad on it, I believe. Small tears, small pieces missing on corner. But it was just, I probably should have done a zoom in on it. Was not doing that back in 2020, though. But to get $40 out of that, I'm happy.
Who wouldn't be?
And finally, Saturday Evening Post, July 15th, 1944. J.D. Salinger, Norman Rockwell, Agatha Christie. Those are 3 great keywords if you have the ability to find any of those 3. All 3 of them will sell things.
Loaded.
$99 that ended up selling for. Doesn't look like much. No. You can find that in the pile of Post magazines that the person is selling at the flea market for $1 each. This will be in there at some point. Make sure you buy it. It is a cover you can remember. So do hit the like button, and I'm going to find out why my house is burning down. And we will see you next video, maybe from a different studio. Who knows?
Take care. Bye-bye.